Now look at the next question. The ratio of monthly incomes of Anwar and Akram is 7:8. Their respective monthly expenditures are in the ratio 2:3. Anwar saves 1/3 of his income. What is the ratio of savings of Anwar to that of Akram? Now Anwar and Akram. Now I am taking Anwar as AN, Akram AK. Now what is given here? Incomes, expenditures and savings. How these are related? Income minus expenditure results savings. The ratio of the incomes, now it is a 7:8. 7:8 means the ratio is the simplest form of original values. Hence the original values are, now I am using a variable x here, so 7x and 8x. What about the expenditures? Expenditures are a 2:3 in ratio. Now 2:3 means, again it is a ratio, means simplest form. What about the original values? Original values are, now I am using another variable, now it is y, so 2y and 3y. These are the incomes and expenditures. Now what is the relation between the income and expenditure of Anwar? Anwar's savings is 1/3 of his income. So 1/3 of his income, Anwar saves 1/3 of his income, means now income, how much it is? Income minus expenditure results savings. Now income, it is a 7x, expenditure it is a 2y, and the savings is 1/3 of his income. How much is the income? 7x is the income. What is the 1/3 of it? 1/3 of 7x. Now simplify this by taking variables on one side, x on one side, y other side. Now the result is 3 into 7, it is a 21x. Now 2 into 3, it is a 6y is equal to 7x. Now variable 6y, I am taking y on the right hand side, x left hand side. The value is 14x is equal to 6y. Simplify and divide with the 2. What is the result? 3y is equal to 7x. Now 3y is equal to 7x means just by substituting the value of 3y as a 7x here. Substitute the values in place of 3y, we get 7x. Now I am converting all these incomes and expenditures in terms of x only. Now just look at this one. Now 7x and 8x are the incomes, the Anwar and Akram. What about the expenditures? Expenditures here, now it is a 2y. Now 3y is equal to 7x means what is a 2y value? Now if y is equal to 7x by 3, when you substitute 2 into 7, 14x by 3. And what about the 3y value? It is a 7x. Now difference in these two is a savings ratio. Simplify, now difference in these two is x of these two values, means it is a 7x by 3. The ratio means 7x and 3x. When you simplify, x gets cancelled, the ratio of the savings of Anwar and Akram, it is a 7:3. Now the right choice is option 3. Now look at the next question. 4 students P, Q, R and S distributed some chocolates among themselves. The number of chocolates with P and R are in the ratio 2:1. The number of chocolates that S got is the sum of the number of chocolates with Q and R together. Q got half of the sum of the chocolates with P and R together. S got 8 chocolates more than Q. How many chocolates did Q get? Now there are certain number of chocolates distributed among P, Q and R as 4 members. Now P, Q, R and S. Now what is the first condition? The number of chocolates with the P and R in the ratio 2:1. 2:1 means, now I am using x as a variable to guess the values. Now what are the values here? 2:1 means 2x and x, P and R value. What about the Q? The number of chocolates that S got is the sum of the number of chocolates with the Q and R together. Q got half of the sum of P and R together. Q got half of the P and R together. P and R together means what is the P value? 2x. What is the R value? X. So, x plus 2x means 3x. 3x by 2 means it is a 1.5x. Now, what about the S value? The value S got the sum of the number of chocolates, that S got the sum of the number of chocolates with the Q and R together. Q and R together means the Q value is a 1.5, R value is equal to. Now, here Q plus R. So, what is the Q plus R? 1.5 plus X, it is a 2.5x, that is the number of chocolates with S. Now, what is the next condition? S got 8 chocolates more than Q, means the difference between the number of chocolates at Q and S, it is a 8 chocolates. Now, S got 8 chocolates more than Q. Now, S is equal to Q plus 8, means what is the discussion here? The number of chocolates with S and Q is given, the difference in these two means the difference of these two is equal to X, X is equal to 8. Now, what to find? The number of chocolates Q did get. Now, what is the result here? 1.5x to be find. So, 1.5x means when x is equal to 8, the product of 1.5 and 8, the result is 12. The number of chocolates with the Q, it is a 12, option number 4. Now, look at the next question. Anil wanted to distribute a certain number of chocolates with him to his two sons X and Y in the ratio 6:7. But Anil thought that he had 26 chocolates more than what he actually had, and gave 126 chocolates to Y, distributing chocolates in the same ratio. If Anil was aware of the exact number of chocolates, what would be the share of X? Now, Anil, he distributed certain number of chocolates to his two sons X and Y. Now, what is the number of chocolates? Not given here, but what is the discussion here? The ratio of the number of chocolates is given, it is a 6:7. Now, what is the condition here? He thought he had 26 chocolates more than what actually he had. Now, 26 chocolates more, and he gave 126 chocolates to Y, distributing, and what is the number of, what would be the number of X, X value to be found. Now, he gave 126 to the Y, and by assuming that he had 26 chocolates more than actual chocolates, 26 chocolates more he thought he had 26 more, means now how many chocolates more were distributed to Y? How many more means, now just we need to divide this 26 based on the ratio, same 6:7. Now, what we get here, sum of the ratio is 13. So, 26 by 13 means 2 parts. 2 parts means now here 2 into 6 and 2 into 4, 7, 14. Now, here 14 chocolates and 14 chocolates extra given to Y. If it subtract the 14 from this number, we get exact value, the actual number of chocolates to be distributed to Y. Now, the 7 parts of the total number of chocolates is equal to 112, means what is the K value? It is a 16. So, what would be the number of chocolates with the X means? Now, it is a 6K, the value is 96. It is the answer. Now, the option is 1. Now, look at the next question. A person divides a certain amount of money between his two sons such that his eldest son gets 1/15 of the money, the younger son gets 4/7 of the remaining amount. He invests the remaining money in the 3 insurance companies A, B and C in the ratio 3:5:7. If the amount invested in C is rupees 12,250, then what is the share of the younger son? Now, a certain amount divided in a elder and the younger son. I am taking a E as a elder and Y as a younger. So, what is the total amount he has? Now, it is the total amount of money. It is a, let us take a K. Now, what about the elder son share here? It is a 1 by 15th of the original money. 1 by 15th means 1 by 15th of the total value. What about the other one, younger one? Younger one 4 by 7th of the remaining. 4 by 7th of the remaining means a total amount minus the elder. Now, what is the elder? K by 15. When you subtract from K, result 14 K by 15. This is the remaining value. Now, what is the share here? 4 by 7. 4 by 7 means 4 by 7 of this. Now, 4 by 7 of this means simplify, results is 7. Here it goes how many times? So, 2 times. The share of Y is equal to 8K by 15. Now, what to find? The share of the younger one. So, younger one to be found. Now, what is the remaining amount? The remaining amount he invested in the 3 insurance companies A, B and C. What is the ratio of A, B and C? A, B and C ratio, it is a 3:5:7. 3:5:7. Now, what is the amount invested in the company C? It is a 12,250. 12,250 is the amount. Then what is the youngest person value? Now, after giving the shares of elder and younger, the remaining amount is invested in the 3 companies. Now, what is the remaining amount? Remaining amount means now K by 15 elder value, younger means 8K by 15. Now, when you subtract from the total value, results the remaining amount. What is the remaining amount means? 9K by 15 subtract from K, results 6K by 15. Now, 6K by 15 invested in this ratio. What is the C value? The value of C means now 7 by sum of the ratios of the remaining part. Remaining part is equal to 6K by 15 is equal to 12,250. Now, on solving this we get K value. What is the K means? 3, 2 times 3, 5 times. Now, we can cancel 2 here, 6 times and 1 to 5. What about the 7? It is a 875 times. What is the value of K? K is equal to 875 into 15 into 5. Now, what to find? The younger one value. Younger one means 8K by 15 to be found. 8K by 15 means 8 by 15 times of this value. 8K by 15 to be found. Now, 8K by 15 means now 8 by 15 of K. K is equal to 875 into 15 into 5. Anyhow, 15 to 15 we can cancel. Now, the product of these two, 5 into 8, it is a 40. Now, 40 means now 4 times of 800 means it is a 32. 40 into 800 means 32,000. Now, 40 into 75 means it is 3,000. Now, adding these two values, 35,000 is the share of younger one. But now, the option 4.